Welcome back, everyone, to Trina's Eats and Treats. I hope you all had a great week this week. So, this week is going to be a Trina's treat. Now, normally when I do a Trina's treat, it's a dessert, cookie, whatever. And this is no different except for the fact that it's only one piece of the puzzle that I'm going to tell you about. Here's what I mean by that. So, this is a recipe that Jeff's mom gave me. And so we were up to visit her, and she had made, like a Duncan Hines chocolate cake or whatever it was. But the icing that she had on that cake was unbelievable. And I asked her, what is that you got on the cake? And she gave me the recipe. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you it is one of the best icings I have ever had on a cake. Everybody loves boiled icing, and boiled icing is delicious. But I actually like this better than the boiled icing, I think. That's how good it is. So as you can see, what I've done so far, and I didn't put this on camera because, everybody out there has made a chocolate cake before. Some of you might make your own chocolate cake from scratch. And if you do, that's great. Do that for this recipe. For me, I don't know how many chocolate cakes I've made up. Duncan Hines, Betty Crocker, doesn't matter. There's all different ones. There's chocolate fudge, there's devil's food, there's German chocolate. I happen to have already made up a Duncan Hines devil's food chocolate cake. As you can see right here, they're cooling as we speak. What I'm going to show you how to do is the delicious icing that goes on top of this cake. And the last time that I made this cake, with a chocolate cake with this icing, Jeff said it was the best chocolate cake he had ever tasted. And he's not even a chocolate lover. And it was the best chocolate cake he said he ever tasted. So I highly recommend that you make this. And again, easy, and there's only 3 ingredients. Easy recipe if you want to dress up a regular chocolate cake. Here's the ingredients. The first thing you need to do, Oreo cookies. You take 15 Oreo cookies, and you can use a chopper. You can just do this in the bag. Just make sure that you have 15 Oreo cookies that's basically like crunched up, and dump them in. You can have some bigger pieces, smaller pieces. Even the white icing part of the Oreo cookie, the whole Oreo cookie goes in. So some of these pieces are like rough pieces, as you can see. I'm going to show you the bowl. There's big pieces, small pieces, because once you turn on your mixer, that takes care of the bigger pieces. It basically makes it into little tiny pieces once you put your mixer into it. The next thing is a full pack of Philadelphia cream cheese. Now I use the light. You can use the full fat, doesn't matter. It's 1 block. Now you need to leave this out for probably half an hour to 45 minutes to soften up a little bit so that you can actually run it through your mixer without much effort. So in goes the full piece. 1 tub of Cool Whip, the 1 liter tubs. You can use full fat Cool Whip. You can use the light Cool Whip. I got the light Cool Whip. That is the only 3 ingredients that you need, folks, to make this delicious icing. And then you mix it up. So I'll show you what I usually use. Betty Crocker whip. I use this a lot, I'm not gonna lie, and I think it's delicious. But what I'm saying is this is gonna dress up a chocolate cake to make it exceptional if you want to do something different. So here we go. You gotta go slow at first because the chunks are so big. There we go. And there you have it, folks. That's what it looks like. Now, you're going to, when you finish this, like the mixer takes the big chunks of your Oreo and of course makes some of the pieces smaller, but there's still some chunks in there too. And you leave that in there as well. Because I mean, who wouldn't love biting into a piece of an Oreo cookie with a piece of chocolate cake? And this is so good because you get like your chocolate cake and you get like your cream cheese. Oh, it is so good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let our chocolate cake cool down. We're going to put this in the fridge for probably an hour or two so it firms up and it's easy to spread on the cake. And we're going to meet back here and we're going to spread this on the cake and we're going to do a taste test. So I'll see you in a couple hours. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so the icing has been in the fridge for a couple hours chilling and the cake is cooled down. So as you can see, I've already started. I got the bottom layer done and I've got around the sides done. So I figured I would just basically do the top together. And what I like about this icing is that, you know how when you use like the one I showed you, the container that everybody uses, I find, I don't know about you, but I find it doesn't seem like there's as much in there nowadays as there used to be. It's like you gotta skim it along, you know, in order to make it enough to cover the whole cake. But with this icing, there is so much icing that this renders. I mean, as we would say, you can slather it on and it is delicious. And there's so much that you don't have to be like, you know, like stingy and going around your cake. There's so much that it renders that you got plenty. So we're going to do the top. And of course, this is all set up now, almost like a whipped cream that's been sitting in the fridge for so long, right? And as you can see, I'm pretty generous with the amount that I'm putting on up here. It's going to be nice and thick. And a little bit more. Just a little bit here. So here you go, folks. Look how delicious that looks. For 15 Oreo cookies, 1 tub of Cool Whip, and 1 pack of cream cheese. And this is what you get for your icing. Now, obviously, you got to keep this in the fridge. You can't leave it on the counter, but everybody knows that already. And you can even just put it, like my cake dish is too big to fit in the fridge. And you can put this in your fridge for about 20 minutes and then put some saran wrap over it. And the icing won't stick to the saran wrap because it's that thick and delicious that it won't even stick to your saran wrap. So that's another thing that you might want to know. So we are going to taste this as we usually do every week. Wow. This looks delicious, folks. That is so delicious. You know, you're going to love it if you make it. It's absolutely delicious. If you enjoyed this recipe, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd like for you to consider it because it would help me out a lot. I hope that you'll have an awesome week and make someone smile today. And until next time, see you later.